Alright, what's going on, guys? We're back with another Dokkan Battle video, and today we're just going to be going over the Part 2 information that we got now with Broly's release. So Broly's officially the Part 2 of the Transcendent Dokkan campaign, which has taken the spot of the old Tanabata in the time slot of Worldwide. Overall, I think Broly's very good. I think he's a very solid, like, long-term event kind of character. I think he might struggle a little bit in like the shorter form content, but the long content is where you're gonna see him like really shine. So we're gonna go through all the Part 2 stuff here, kind of touch on a few points, and then just kind of see what all we got coming up here in the next like couple weeks, right before the next data download. Get a couple more or some more information about maybe a couple more events and things like that. So looking at here, so Part 2 of the Transcendent campaign is going on. The Rising Dragon Carnival, right, started on the 12th for Broly. We're going to have the story of Ba and Broly, which is a pretty cool like link level event. It also kind of gives a little bit of its like original story of, Ba and like going a little bit more into Ba and Broly. You get a special wallpaper from this. There's a new challenge event, the Live or Die Predatory Planet, which they're going to add a new stage every day. And as they add stages, they're going to get harder and harder and harder, and you have to beat the previous stage before you can do the next one. Then they have the special background music playing, so it's the Gogeta versus Broly background music. So, if you play with the music on, you'll be able to hear that. For my videos, we'll kind of cover over that just because I don't know if it's a copyrighted thing, but I'm not taking any chances. So we're just going to cover over that. But yeah, so that's going to run until the end of the campaign. All right, so first off, the first thing we're going to start with is the Rising Dragon Carnival Summit event, right? So this is for Broly. Broly is a Rising Dragon Carnival. That means that it is a double rates banner. So SSRs are doubled in their rates, including, obviously, the LRs. So if you have not checked out my summons for Broly, I highly suggest you do, because they are probably, hands down, my best summons I've ever had for a new character. And I will just leave it at that. Go watch the video and tell me what you think. Yeah, they're pretty good. But yeah, so we got Broly here. The banner is, we call it okay. We don't know what like the EZA for the new LR, or the new EZA for the old LR STR Broly, as well as like the banner side unit STR Broly. We don't really know what their EZAs are going to look like, so looking forward to that. I think, if they're very good, that definitely bumps the value of this banner up a lot more, right? So Broly himself, like I said, a very good unit. Especially in long form content. So if you take him into like festival, that's where he's gonna truly shine. But even some of the longer form content, he can do pretty decently well. Some of the shorter content is where he's gonna struggle, right? The short content where they hit really hard straight out of the gate, he's not gonna have a great time in there. Caulifla and Kale are on this banner, right? They're making their return, which makes me think that since they are returning on Broly's banner, I think Broly will return on the most likely Rising Dragon Carnival banner in December. So if you miss out on summoning for Broly now, or you just wait until you do your summon tickets from Dokkan Day, probably the better way to go. That way you're not spending a bunch of stones right here for him when he could be coming back very soon within the next couple months. Beerus, I mean, good side banner unit. Gotenks is obviously still very good. This Golden Frieza, right, the LR with his EZA is fantastic. Kale, I mean, I guess she's okay. King Vegeta, sure. This Frieza is good for super bosses and really kind of helps out a little bit, but as the fight goes on, he gets a little more meh, I guess. But yeah, it is a double rates, right? Everybody on here, you're able to pull a bunch of other LRs and things like that. So you'll see a bunch of people pulling a bunch of random LRs all over the place, because that's what these banners do, man. So this is going to be running through, let's see, the Rising Dragon Carnival goes all the way through the 30th. So I would assume that sometime around then is when we're going to run into like the next celebration. But we'll go through some of the details down here, and we'll see if we can make a better assessment on that. So we got the Rising Dragon Carnival packs here, which is basically just the global paid tickets, right? So it's a global exclusive thing. You go into the shop, you can buy these tickets, give a chance to summon for Broly there without using any Dragon Stones, if that's your cup of tea. You can definitely try and do that, right? You get some Kais, you get some Link skill orbs, you get some skill orbs and things like that too. You know, if you don't mind spending a little bit of money on the game, this usually isn't like that bad of a route to go to try to summon without spending Dragon Stones, but you do have to spend actual money, so there is that, and keep that in mind. The next thing we'll go over here is the story of Ba and Broly. So this is going to be it's called a Link level event. So it's a original kind of story of Ba and Broly, right? Kind of starts off with like, you know, Broly getting picked up, and then they talk a little bit about whatever, and you kind of do the first fight, and the second fight goes over more so of like when Chilai and Lemo first up on Vampa after they wished Broly back there, right? And then they're kind of running with Ba again is kind of the deal here. So it's like an original story that we didn't get to see from the movie, which is pretty cool, right? It's very nice to see them kind of do that. The first stage is very simple. The second stage, however, is a high Link level rate, right? You got a Link level rate of 45, so it's actually very good. And I would definitely take advantage of this. It's a once a day event. There's no limitations on who you can take in. You just go in there, run through the event very fast, right? It's very easy. You just go through, finish it up, and you can get a chance to get a bunch of Link levels there. The Live or Die Predatory Planet. So this is a new challenge event, right? They kind of talked about a little bit in the producer's letter. Basically what they are is they're going to be, I believe, 14 stages. They're going to add a new stage every day that's going to get progressively harder and harder and harder. And once you beat the stage prior, then you can move on to the next stage, so on. Now, I don't know how hard this is going to end up being. I think that's a very cool concept to this, right? Start off with an easy fight. You have to beat that before you can move to the next one. Then you have to beat that one before you can move to the next one, and they get progressively harder. I think it's very cool. So looking forward to seeing what they do or how hard they get like towards the end of this. You do also get a unique title for finishing all the missions and all the stages. All right, so here we have the EZAs for the Super EZA for the LR STR Broly, which I am very excited for. And then this one is going to be here because that's where you're going to get the medals for the banner unit STR Broly, right? You'll get that from here. So these are both going to be available on the 17th, right? They're not yet here yet. You have to wait till Wednesday, then they'll become available, be able to do those. So very much looking forward to that. Definitely going to jump into those as soon as we can once they're available, and be able to test those guys out. So here we have the 10th anniversary special missions. So they did the same thing in part 1 for the Golden Frieza, right? Where you just do a bunch of events using different types or different categories, whatever. It's the same thing for Broly. So Extreme Tech, Exploding Rage, and Rapid Growth. You beat them 1, 3, 5 times with each of those kind of on your team, and you get the EX exclusive skill orbs for Tech Broly. So very easy. You can get those done even if you don't summon for Broly or you don't have Broly. You can still do these, pick these up, and then have them ready for whenever eventually you do pull Broly down the line. You don't have to waste your own orbs on him. Let's see, going down, I don't know really what else is added here, right? Purunga Dragon Balls starts every week, so we've got another one going on right now. Let's see, let's keep going down. Okay, so the Dragon Stone sales the 12th through the 29th, so we can assume that around this time is when, you know, the next Dokkan Fest is going to be. Looking at the Elder Kai banner here, it goes until the 30th. So my guess would be the next Dokkan Fest is probably going to drop on early morning, the 30th of September. That's kind of what I'm thinking here. Dokkan Day is coming up right on the 14th, the night of the 14th, and then all the way through the 15th. You'll be able to get the special summon tickets here just by doing the regular Dokkan Day missions, and be able to do at least, I think it's 2 free summons for Broly. Right, I think you're only getting 14 tickets for this, so 2 free summons for Broly. You know, let that be your only summons if you're not planning on spending any dragon stones. Make it nice and easy. Give yourself the shot, walk away, and that's it. Okay, a couple more stages being added to the Alternate Red Zone Pure Saiyans edition. This comes on the 22nd, so we still got a hot minute for that one. Union Master is going to have new stages added on the 17th. I don't know what the categories are, but this is a like Super Battle Road style type event where they're going to add like, you know, you have to use this many of this certain category on the team in order to like do the fight. So very cool. I do like the concept here. It is very Battle Road-ish, but you know, having the 3 for one stage and then 5 for another, and the stages are a little bit different from one another, right? They get a little bit harder. I think it's a very cool concept. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they added for this. The Infinite Dragon Ball History coming out on the 25th. So we'll have that there as well. I'm assuming it's probably going to be like Dragon Ball Super Broly, would be my guess. All Out Battles, another stage is going to be added. Or no, not another stage for that. It's another stage for the Battle Hardened Foes. So that one's getting another stage. This one had its stages added before. Extreme Super Battle Road gets new stages on the 18th. Then we've got Festival of Battles, which had a new mission added back on the 12th. This is to beat it with the extreme type. So let's go all the way down here. Yeah, so 1 extreme AGL, 1 extreme tech, and 1 extreme int, and just basically beat the event. So good luck on that. I'll make a video on this as well. I still have to post the other one from the other mission, right, doing the super types. I did complete it. I do still have to get the video up, so I'll get that up as soon as I can, and then I'll definitely run through the event with the extreme types and try to get that done as quickly as I can as well. And here it is. So new missions added for the Battle Harder Formidable Foes coming on the 17th. So looking forward to seeing what they do with this one as well. This is more of the short form kind of content we're talking about that Broly may not be very good in. So we'll see how this goes for us. Other than that, I think that was it. No, so we got another burst mode coming. So burst mode on the 17th for the Super Saiyan Blue, Goku and Vegeta Dokkan event, right? We'll be able to take on that. We got another Patan battle coming on the 22nd. And then now I think that was it. Reopening is the 17th. Oh, it's just story events coming back. Okay. Yeah, a bunch of story events are going to be coming back. And yeah, and then some Easy A areas will be there as well. Prime Battle going to be available, right? The Dr. Wheelo, his Prime Battle is going to be available. The Super Strike for the Mercenary Tau will be available. I don't really know why they're doing that, but I guess, I mean, they're just going to be available daily. So if you haven't been able to do these yet, you can jump in and knock these out as well. And I think that is everything. So if I missed something, please, guys, let me know. But so far, it seems like a very jam-packed full part 2 with a bunch of events coming, right? Not everything is available just yet, but over the next week, 2 weeks, we'll start to see a lot of that content start to trickle in. And we're definitely going to try to keep up and get everything done as quickly as we can, get all those videos out for you guys, and just try to talk a little bit more about what's going on, the events, and what all we have coming up. So if you guys stuck around to the end of the video, I appreciate you. And thanks for hanging out with me. Let me know what you guys think so far of all the part 2 content coming, what you think of the new Broly, and yeah, just your overall thoughts on everything so far with the TDC. Like, subscribe, do the thing, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya!